Good day, pheasants. The Americans are not coming. And I can tell you this as, guess what, an American. Let's talk about America's military capability right now. We don't have enough troops. We're getting worried we're going to have to close down bases because we don't have enough troops to man the bases we already have, let alone go someplace else and get into a war. See, this is what happened about a decade ago. Our military decided that they needed members of the LGBT community. No hate, do your thing, I love everybody. Were more important than just good soldiers. So they actively recruited them. They actively recruited women because, and no hate once again, they thought that would be the best. And then they put them in the leadership positions based on those facts. And then the straight guys who fought all the wars America's had, the majority of the wars, not that women and LGBTQ members haven't committed, they said, you know what? I'm not going to join the military anymore because I'm clearly not wanted here. So we're now 25,000 to 50,000 troops short, and maybe even more because they love to lie and make things not sound as bad as they are. So we don't have the guys to come fight your war for you. We just don't. Also, after the withdrawal of Afghanistan, would you want us to? Because I wouldn't ask an American general to order me McDonald's and expect to not come back messed up, right? I have zero faith in the generals of the American military. And the majority of Americans have zero faith in the generals of America, considering we've lost the last 3 wars. In Afghanistan, they told us we were winning the entire time until we left, and then they quit just talking about it. Just like they're doing over there and you know where, right? Oh, we're winning. I guarantee you when this all goes down, ain't gonna be no more winning talk. They're just gonna act like it never happened, right? What's the thing? Failure has many fathers, or victory has many fathers, but failure has none. It's one of those type things. Okay, so there we go. We can't come. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is no one wants to come. This is the thing, and you think, well, no, wait, I've been watching the news and they're really concerned about what's going on over there. You need to understand the American news is owned by the military-industrial complex. And we all know this, and if you're not silly, and we've all known this since the 1970s or so when they had the church hearings. You should Google church committee hearings. It's not about a church. It was a guy's name. I can't remember his first name, but it was the church committee hearings. You should Google that and you'll find out that the intelligence agencies of America have been running the news for a very long time. Maybe since the beginning. Could be just since the beginning. But they've definitely been running it for the last 50 plus years. Okay. You say, well, the politicians said. Well, you got to understand, the politicians are also owned by the military-industrial complex, right? And they do that through campaign donations. If you want to get elected, you got to be on the news and you got to be on the TV, and that costs money, and they give them the money to get elected, right? And then they give cushy jobs to all their family members, just like Hunter had a cushy job in Ukraine, right? Like it's the same thing, right? It's literally the exact same thing. Okay, so you've got the lying news and you got the lying politicians. And you say, but wait, I saw all these Americans support me on social media. Once again, social media is controlled by the government, and everybody knows it's controlled by the government. And a lot of those people you think are supporting Ukraine on Facebook are either brainwashed, silly, or they're not even real, with the majority of them not even being real. You're thinking, oh man, the Americans really have my back, when really it's a computer program that has your back, right? It's AI that has your back. So you think there's 3 separate people here that have your back. You think the media's got your back, the politicians got your back, the American people have your back, but in reality, that's all the same person, and they do not have your back. America is in Ukraine to make Americans richer. It's to pad Americans' pockets, not to make Ukraine a better place. We're not protecting America, we're padding our pockets. That's why America is in Ukraine. It's a financial thing. Billions of dollars have been made off this war by the media, right? They love the news coverage, by the military-industrial complex, and by the politicians. They've all made money, right? Guys like me, guys who are paying for the war, we don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of it. I live in Portland, right? 650,000 people live in Portland. Not met a single person that thinks we should be supporting war in Ukraine. Not a single solitary person out of 650,000. Because there is no support. We had 111,000 plus Americans last year, just in 1 year, die from fentanyl being brought over our border, right? And they refuse to secure our border while at the same time telling us how important it is to secure Ukraine's. And we're all sick of it. We're done with it. The troops not coming, and not only the troops are not coming, the money's not coming. And that's one thing you got to understand and plan accordingly. There's going to be no troops, and the money's about ready to run out too. Plan accordingly, man. Plan accordingly. This is your warning. I'm so sorry everybody in the news is trying to lie to you, and no one wants to tell the truth, bro. No one wants to tell the truth to anybody. That's the truth. There's no guys coming, and the money's going to dry out real quick. Peace.